Have you ever felt like getting back into fitness or some sort of physical activity and it just seems harder than what it used to be? You know what to do, but then for some reason you just can't seem to do it. I had a friend of mine reach out who was struggling with this exact same thing. And our conversation made me realize that it's not about what we're doing sometimes, but why we're stuck, why we can't push forward. So if you're feeling unmotivated, this video is for you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I wanted to talk about something that so many of us go through is struggling to stay motivated, whether it's with fitness or with your job or just any kind of physical activity, and we're just stuck in a rut. So a friend of mine recently reached out to me, and she was frustrated because she couldn't get back into her routine. She was confused because she never really had this problem before, and now it just felt like a chore, which I can totally relate to that. I knew where she was coming from. So I go through those seasons too. And the truth is, sometimes we have to dig a little deeper within ourselves and to see why we're self-sabotaging ourselves. So as we talked, she kept saying that she didn't understand why this was happening to her. But I had to remind her that, we hit these blocks. We have to be honest with ourselves. Like, what's changed? What's holding us back? And for me, I know that there have been times when I've experienced menopause symptoms, stress, or just feeling down, and it makes it hard for me to be consistent. So I have to check in with myself pretty often, and just also see, am I physically tired? Am I emotionally drained? Maybe even distracted by something. So finally, she admitted that work had been overwhelming. Being understaffed and overworked was just exhausting to her, and she just didn't seem to have the energy to work out, or she was just not motivated to do it. That just made so much more sense to me. If you're constantly drained, it definitely is hard to have motivation for anything extra, anything outside of what you're already doing, because you spent so much energy with that. So instead of focusing on how much she wasn't doing, I suggested starting small. She used to walk on her lunch break, but since it got colder, she stopped. So I told her, I said, look, why not get a basic gym membership, something cheap, not a family plan or anything, and just walk around indoors for a few minutes during your lunch break, or maybe even after work. That way, the colder rain couldn't be an excuse anymore, because that's what she was saying. And she'd still be able to get movement in without much pressure. It was small enough for her to be able to do and not commit to like an hour-long workout. So beyond just fitness, I reminded her that she has to be okay before she can handle all these extra things in her life. Like, taking time for herself doesn't have to be big. It can just be a 10-minute walk. It could be journaling. It could be reading. Whatever helps her just reset herself. At the end of the day, it's about making a decision. Deciding that your health, both physical and mental, is a priority. Also, try not to let physical or potential setbacks cause you to give up on yourself. You may have to make changes or even some readjustments, but that doesn't mean that you cannot continue to move forward in some way. It's up to you to take the time to really think and ask yourself, what can I do if I'm experiencing a challenge right now? What else can I do? So if you're struggling with motivation, just take a moment, check in with yourself, ask yourself, what's really holding me back? What's really holding me back from my goals? And what's one small thing that you can do today to prioritize yourself? Let me know in the comments. And if this video has helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with someone who you think may be interested. So, see you next time.